Erin Bates and Chad Paine have long been admired as one of the most beloved couples from Bringing Up Bates. Their relationship, marked by quiet devotion, strong faith, and tender care for their growing family, seemed to radiate stability in a world that often thrives on spectacle. But behind the cameras and carefully framed family photos, there came a season of life that tested them in ways neither had imagined. It started subtly, almost like a single sour note in a song they knew by heart. Erin, once brimming with energy, began to feel fatigued after the simplest of tasks. A day of homeschooling or time at the piano left her uncharacteristically drained. Chad noticed her setting aside meals, pushing food around her plate rather than eating with her usual appetite. At first, they dismissed it as the byproduct of parenthood. Long nights, endless chores, the weight of nurturing young children while balancing commitments. But small things grew harder to ignore. A lightheaded spell that left Erin gripping the edge of a counter, a smile that faltered because of pain she couldn't quite hide. When the tests came back, the news landed like a stone dropped into still water, ripples spreading in every direction. Doctors explained that Erin faced ongoing complications from multiple surgeries, procedures that had already reshaped her health in ways the family struggled to comprehend. The words were calm and professional, yet to Erin and Chad they carried the sharp edge of finality. What had once been whispers of discomfort were now diagnoses written plainly in medical files. In that moment, time itself seemed to fracture. The life they had known before, and the life that stretched before them now, filled with uncertainty. Hospital visits soon replaced family outings. The steady rhythm of IV drips and monitors filled the spaces once reserved for lullabies and bedtime stories. Erin, known for her radiant presence on the show and her musical gifts, now faced days defined by procedures and recovery. Chad, usually quiet and steady, became her anchor. His strength shone not in grand gestures, but in the way he stayed by her side, took notes at every appointment, and carried the household burdens without complaint. The children, still so young, sensed the shift, even if they couldn't fully articulate it. They saw their mother's weariness, watched their father's worried glances, and offered comfort in the innocent ways only children can. A handmade card left by the bedside, a whispered prayer before dinner, a request to sing one of Erin's favorite hymns when she was too tired to lift her own voice. Beyond their home, the world pressed in. Fans of Bringing Up Bates scoured social media for updates. Blogs speculated, headlines framed the family's private struggles as public curiosity. Erin and Chad issued brief statements, words crafted carefully to acknowledge concern but also to guard their fragile privacy. It was a delicate balance, revealing enough to quiet the rumors without surrendering the sacredness of their hardship. There were days of despair, when Erin's pain intensified or treatments offered little relief. Chad described them as valleys, moments when their prayers seemed to echo into silence. But there were also glimmers of hope. The mornings when Erin found the strength to rise and play a few chords on the piano, her fingers tracing melodies that reminded them both of resilience. The afternoons when laughter returned to the house in the form of children's games, noisy and imperfect but deeply healing. Through it all, their faith became more than words. It became a daily discipline. Scriptures read aloud in hospital rooms, prayers whispered over test results, hymns sung softly when tears blurred their vision. Friends rallied, family surrounded them, and a community of strangers extended compassion in letters, meals, and prayers from afar. By the time Erin's health stabilized after another round of procedures, there was no illusion of everything being back to normal. Instead, there was a new rhythm, a life measured not in perfection, but in gratitude. Every meal shared, every bedtime story read aloud, every note of music Erin played became a victory. For Chad and Erin, the struggle was not just about enduring illness, but about learning how to hold tightly to love, faith, and family when the ground beneath them trembled. And that is the story of Erin Bates and Chad Paine, not defined by crisis, but by the quiet courage that carried them through it.